Ahoy, shipmates, Facebookers, YouTubers, and everybody else. Captain Jack here. It is 8 bells on the afternoon watch. That means it is 4 p.m. or 1600 hours military time. This is a little bit short introduction because I want a special favor from you. I would like y'all to watch all the way through this video because I'm learning a new editing program, a new Photoshop type program, and a new slide type program. And that's Magix Movie Maker Pro 2021 Premium. I'm using GIMP, which is replacing Photoshop, and that's a free program and it is killer good. And the other one is Active Presenter, also a free program. It's also killer good. So if you'd watch through this, and at the end of the video I'm going to ask you to please, if you have a chance, please let me know what you think about the video. Now remember that I'm just learning this thing and there's a lot of blobs and it's not really a really good video, but I'm in a learning curve or learning process. Of course my learning curve is this way instead of this way. So until the end of the video, I hope you enjoy, and no adios yet. United States Coast Guard Cutter Acacia, Port Huron, Michigan. This is my first duty station in the Coast Guard, and we were stationed at the foot of the Blue Water Bridge in Port Huron. Now I'm going to do a special video about the two buoy tenders I've been on. The Acacia here, who is an Iris class buoy tender, and the Iris, the oldest buoy tender at that time in the Coast Guard. So we're just going to save that talk for later.
Who let the dogs out? 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 I'm leaving Martin's Way.
Happy honeymoon.
And after 60 years and 5 months, still very much in love.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Way up north,
To Alaska,
way up north.
to Alaska.
Aviator Captain Jack here, broadcasting high from atop Old Woman Mountain in Kodiak, Alaska. We're going to talk about Kodiak. We're going to talk about the 7228, the aircraft I flew on here. And this was really a good time. I really enjoyed it. Our daughter was born here at the Kodiak Naval Air Station. She is a native Alaskan. So here we go, up and away. Back in 1951, the Coast Guard acquired 4 UF-1Gs to replace their obsolete SAR aircraft. SAR means search and rescue. The U.S. were so well suited to the SAR mission, the Coast Guard purchased many from the Air Force when they were deemed not suitable for the purpose that the Air Force had intended. Now those that we bought from the Air Force or were transferred from the Air Force, however that went, we used the last 4 digits of the Air Force serial number as the Coast Guard serial number. Hence the 7228 is the last 4 digits of the Air Force number when it came to us. Now, the UFs were perfect for Coast Guard use. They very short landings, very short takeoffs. We had JADO assist to take off from land or sea, and the interiors were fitted with cargo tie-downs or cargo hooks so that we could deliver supplies or emergency bunks for injured persons that we had rescued. After they converted the UF-1Gs to UF-2Gs, the operational parameters caused this to be the go-to SAR aircraft. We had at that time a range of 2,100 nautical miles. Now that's 2,417 statute miles, or 3,889 kilometers. We had an in-air flight time of 14 hours with sufficient reserves to reach a refueling point, and this gave this aircraft a tremendous on-scene presence. We could stay on scene and look and look and look. Now, just as an aside to this, open sea takeoffs were possible in favorable conditions with JADO. We always tried to take off from a bay or another protected area, but often you had to take off at sea. Now, with lives at stake, possible is substantially redefined. There's at least one recorded takeoff without JADO into a 7-foot sea. Now, that's 7 feet from the base of the wave to the crest of the wave, and that'll even rock a pretty good sized boat. But you know, in search and rescue and lives are at stake, you got to do what you got to do. Now, all my time at Coast Guard Air Detachment, Kodiak, I never experienced a JATO takeoff. And to my knowledge, I don't remember us ever having a JATO takeoff. JATO means Jet Assisted Takeoff. I don't remember us ever doing that. Now, on the 10th of March in 1983 was the last operational UF-2G had been retyped or renumbered as an HU-16E, Coast Guard number 7250. She made her final flight. In the intervening years, these aircraft flew well over 500,000 hours, and countless number of people owe their lives to them and the crews that flew them. This is tremendous SAR aircraft. Now, what you're looking at here is the livery of the 7228 when I knew her. Now, this was to change in 1967 when the so-called racing stripe livery was incorporated on all Coast Guard aircraft and all Coast Guard ships. Here we are. The 7228 is currently on loan from the Naval Museum in Pensacola, Florida, to the New England Air Museum in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And here she is. These photographs are from the time she arrived to how she looks like today. And if not for this virus thing, I would plan a trip up there in the spring of the year. I may do it anyway. Who knows? This was a comfortable aircraft. Of the 9 world records that the UF-2Gs currently hold, they hold altitude, they hold speed, they hold all the big records, all 9 records. But the one that impresses me most, and the one that I think is indicative of this wonderful SAR aircraft, is she flew non-stop from the United States Coast Guard Air Detachment in Kodiak, Alaska, to the United States Naval Station in Pensacola, Florida, which is a distance of 3,104 non-stop miles. Thank you for watching it through, those who could stick with it. And I meant to welcome you to the channel and forgot to do it. So now that you've seen it, you've seen some of the effects that I've tried to master the code in all to, some of the GIMP work, and some of the Active Presenter work. Now I'm going to put the links to those in the description, so in case you want a very, very good photo editing type program or a slide type program, you can get them, and so I'm really impressed with them. I've always been using Photoshop. I'm much, much more impressed with GIMP. So, until next time, Captain Jack, first mate Jenny behind the camera. Somewhere around here is Callie, and everybody else saying adios.